Pro Tour Aether Revolt Day 2 recap. Welcome in, much love, Trav here. Thank you all so much for all the support on Twitch, on Twitter, on Facebook, and Snapchat, in person at the tournament. It was fucking insane. I had an insane tournament. Holy shit, crazy. Had some nutso matches, played against amazing players. The drama, the story, the build-up, the stakes were unbelievable, unreal. So, what's up though? You've seen the last video. I know you want to know how I finished, if you didn't already hear, but I want to build it up for you a little bit. So yesterday I was 6-2. 6-2 is a good record. Today I had to go 5-3 to lock up Gold Pro. Gold Pro that I'm queued for the next 6 Pro Tours. I'm invited to a bunch of shit. Stakes are very, very high. I figure it's going to come down to the last match where I'm going to get paired against Mardu. There's just no way that that's not what's going to happen. And we'll get there. So we start off with the draft. Draft goes amazing. I open a Winding Constrictor, which is my favorite card in draft, one of my top cards. Pack 2, I cut green super hard in Pack 2. I'll do a draft recap. Pack 2, I get past 2 more snakes, up to 3 snakes. I get past a Rishgar. I open a Smuggler's Copter. I've got like the perfect deck, one of the best, possibly the best draft deck I've ever had. But I don't know if I built it right at the same time. I think I had one too many land again. I had 16 lands in a tune, and I got flooded a bunch. But again, there's things I could have done to play around it. When I drew Copter, it was gold. Round 1 won in about 5 minutes. Round 2, very, very long, went the full hour against a good player, Gary from Australia. He had a blue deck with a bunch of rares, Burrell's Expertise, Greater Harvester, Merchant Stockhand, Quicksmith Rebel. Game 2, I lost with 3 snakes in play, flooding out. But again, I fucked up. I used my removal spells on some useless stuff, and he ran away with Rebels and Dockhand drawing extra cards. So always save your removal for something real, for a real target. I didn't do that, and I paid the price. In Game 3, man, super flood again, but once again, I started to side out the Attune and really grounded out, went for the win, didn't quite get there, but we had a draw. He was gonna kill me, so I got a draw. Third round, I'm gonna speed this up. Third round, I picked up the win. Insane match though, still really hard against the deck with a bunch of sacrifice and steal your creature. So 2-0-1 draft. At this point I am 8-2-1, which is quite a good record. I'm 15th or something like this, and I need to 3-2 constructed down the home stretch to lock everything. However, I know day 2 is going to be really, really hard because so much Mardu vehicles rose to the top, and I knew Mardu was really the pick for the tournament. Our team was 5 Jeskai, 5 Mardu. Right now Donald Smith is in the top 8, my Lingering Souls teammate with Mardu. I didn't want to play Mardu, and this is maybe where I went wrong. I thought Mardu, I knew it was surging with the good Jeskai matchup, and Donald had a list to beat the mirror, but I just didn't want to do it. I wanted to play long games of matches of Magic against top pros, and honestly the Jeskai deck didn't really deliver on that. For some of the games it did, but the Mardu vehicles matchup is over so quickly that I might as well, if I knew it was going to be all Mardu matches, I would have liked to play Mardu, I think. I did go 4-1 in day 1. So I lose the first 2 rounds against vehicles, and the first one, there wasn't so much I could have done other than choosing a different deck. There was a sketchy gamble hand I kept, and maybe I sideboarded a little bit wrong. We spent the last day testing versus Mardu to improve the matchup, so it's not like I didn't try to make it good. So at this point I'm 8-4-1, and 3 of my losses are against our Mardu. I lost the first round of draft to a turn 4 Mythic Demon Herald of Anguish. So I'm going into the last 3 rounds. I have to 3-0 all of them in order to lock up everything, which I really want to do because this is such a grind. This takes so much time. This takes so much out of me that actually play less Magic probably if I win, because then I'm queued for all the Pro Tours, and there's no reason for me to play in Grand Prix or PPTQs or RPTQs or anything like that. But 3-0 at this point, I put my odds at about 10%, 50, 25, 12.5, but because of my position in the tournament with the poor Mardu matchup, maybe 10%. I did beat Saito day 1 with Mardu, but whatever. So the next 2 rounds I'm paired against Black Green and Jeskai Sahili, don't drop a game. And I'm going into the last round at 10, 4, and 1. Right, 10, 4, and 1, playing for 11, 4, and 1. So I'm playing one match. I'm playing one match for 5 Pro Tour invites. I'm playing one match for 5 Pro Tour invites, 4 to 5 plane tickets, international travel paid for. So this isn't about money, this is about lifestyle. I don't even know what the difference was. I would have won $5,000, I think I got 1 or something like that, maybe 1,500. That's the difference, that's the stakes. So I'm paired against Mardu, which I knew it would be Mardu in the last round. And I just get crushed, you know, there's no wrong threats, there's wrong answers. I had a great hand with just the wrong answers. I had rebuff, negate, 2 disallows on the play, but his 2-drop was Scrounger. I was going to win if it was, or at least be in good shape if it was Motorist or Heart of Kieran, but he scryed into Scrounger, made a read, and kept it. So I lost, and I'm happy for my opponent because he was in the same position in Hawaii and lost to my teammate Arnaud Beglan. And this time he got the win, and I did not. So I didn't get what I want, but it's better this way because life is supposed to be hard. It's not supposed to be easy. You're not supposed to get what you want. If I win that, there's no challenge. It's just easy. It's easy to be happy about doing well. It's a lot harder to be happy about not getting where you wanted and managing the emotions that come with that. So my feeling right now is I played very well. I could have played a little bit better, but I played very well. And 10, 5, and 1 is a very good result. Would I have played Sahili again? Perhaps not, based on how much Mardu there was. Although I played against Mardu in 5 out of 10 rounds. Mardu was 25% of the tournament, not 50%. And it was maybe a third of the day 2 meta. So I played against 1 to 2 Mardus beyond expectation. And I did pull a win off of 1. So that's not to say, I mean, there is a lot of randomness. And again, I think Mardu was the better choice. If I had Donald's tech, Gisela, and Boats, I would have been well prepared for the mirror. And I may have done it, so I didn't. And that's one thing I can reconsider is change my range. I'll always play control, and maybe that's a mistake. If I want to win, I just prefer playing control. I was like the only control up at the top tables as far as Jeskai goes. They were all slain by Mardu. And I feel like I did a great job as far as health, physical preparation, unbelievably sharp. I played very well. I feel like I played very well, very sharp. My physical plan worked out awesome. I'm very happy for my team. We put someone in the top 8, which is awesome. And I'm happy with myself for playing well. And honestly, I'm happy with the result. So I get 7 pro points, maybe a couple grand. I'm going to be at 28 pro points. I'm going to have to get 7 more pro points to get to gold. I'm going to have to get minimum is 3 points at the next Pro Tour, and I could play a couple GPs or RPTQs to try to get there. Like if I win an RPTQ, I'll be able to go to both, and I'll get to gold if that's what I want. So I need to spend a little time to think about where I'm going to be for Magic, if I want to take a step forward or take a step back. Take a step back would be I'm going for it in Nashville. I'm going to put my nuts on the table and see what happens. And if I don't do well there, maybe I start grinding. Maybe I don't. Maybe I fade off, focus on YouTube, focus on coaching, focus on having a balanced life that doesn't involve grinding a bunch of Magic tournaments. I quit that shit in the past for a reason. But maybe if I only need 7 points and really only 4, and if I do decently in Nashville only 3, I need just a couple deep GP finishes, which is not so hard for me if I go to them. So I might do some more travel to try to make that happen this year, because I do want gold. It's worth it. It's a goal I had. I don't want to give up now when it got harder. I want to put my head up and keep going. So that's where I'm at again. I'm happy. I don't want condolences. I'll give you guys condolences because I know a lot of you are disappointed. But it's not the end of the story again. It's I'm not in a poor position. There's plenty of time left in the season. When I told my opponent at the end, like, yo, I'm about to be gold if I win this, the people were like, what, already? You know, this is only the second Pro Tour, so I've got plenty of time in the season if I want to make that happen. And post-mortem, the physical plan worked very well again. I'll have to take a look at my deck selection better next time. So I finished 5, 4, and 1 in constructed. No, I finished 6 and 4 in constructed again, which is okay, and 4, 1, and 1 in draft. So I'm 10, 1, and 1 in draft. I'm just behind pole position for Worlds for Draft Master. So if I go to Nashville, I do well in draft. You know, there's still an outside shot of me qualifying for Worlds that way. And I should try to make that happen. I just need to take a look. Like, I spent so much more time on constructed and didn't get a better result. 6 and 4 again. 60% on the Pro Tour is quite good, but it's not really good enough to make big shit happen. So thank you all. Thank you for listening. Thank you all for the support. Much love. I'll be working on YouTube, and I'm gonna spend the next 30 days in Europe, seeing friends, seeing family, seeing business partners, and it's gonna be a really good trip. And I knew it would be a good trip no matter how I did in this. I hedged emotionally so that even if I failed, it would be a win. So that's about it. I'll see you in the comments. I might have another recap later on. Gonna go back in the convention center and see how my teammates are doing. Peace and bam.